makeup and chill Fridays, so we're just going to start getting ready for work because I actually do have work at 5. It's a little bit late for me to start filming now, but it's alright. Just wanted to sit down and film for you guys. I know I've been posting a lot of get ready with me's lately, but honestly, they've been like mostly the thing that is the easiest for me to film because I haven't had time to just sit down and film something without it being a get ready with me, because at least like when I'm filming a get ready with me, I can just sit down and do my makeup when I'm like getting ready to go somewhere or do something. So that's why I've just been filming a lot of get ready with me's, but I haven't posted a makeup and chill Fridays for like 2 weeks now, so I wanted to film one today. And I should be posting it the same day that I'm filming it. I don't think I'm going to have time to do makeup and chill Fridays next Friday though, because I do have to open at work. So this is pretty much the only day that I could do a makeup and chill Fridays again for another week or so, but I do want to get back into doing them again because I have a lot more free time now. So if you guys didn't know, I finished school 2 days ago. So I'm officially done with the cybersecurity program at Suffolk Community College. It's a little bit crazy to me that it's over. I haven't really grasped it fully that it's over, but I am happy that and relieved that I don't have to stress out as much anymore. But I'm only going to be taking like a couple weeks for myself working and stuff, and I have my best friend's birthday coming up in a couple weeks, and then I'm going to have to start studying for my certification exam, and I have to register to take that at some point. I'm just using ColourPop's Firefly as my transition. So that's a little bit scary, honestly. It's going to be... Honestly, school was kind of the easier part. And now I have to register for that and study for that. And that is going to be probably the hardest test that I've ever taken in my whole life. So, no pressure, but yeah. So I'm probably going to try and register to take it in July or even August. So I can have like a good 2 months to study for it in June and July. Because if I just take it in August, then I don't have to be distracted by my birthday or anything like that. And after June 9th, my best friend's birthday is like that day. So after that, I should be good. Alright, so for eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Gold Palette. I know I use this quite a bit in videos, and I did use it. I think I actually did use this last week. I think I did use it last week for Harry Potter, but I just felt like using it today. I was going to go in with an older palette, but I did use a couple of throwback palettes this week. Maybe I should have used the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette today, but I just feel like using this today, so this is what we're going to use. I'm going to go in with the shade Aria first. I've been getting a lot more use out of my Natasha Denona shadows this past month, and I really wanted to concentrate on using her shadows quite often this past month, so I've been trying to use them a lot. So yeah, anyway, so I'm officially done. I don't have to go to class now, and it's kind of weird, but I'm really, really happy. So I graduate next Thursday. My graduation ceremony is next Thursday. And my graduation present to me from my mom was Harry Potter. So Harry Potter was incredible. Probably one of the most amazing Broadway experiences I've ever had. It was just so amazing. But I kind of wish that my mom would have like gotten tickets for like this, for like today and yesterday that I could have requested off for rather than last week. But at the same time, it kind of worked out because I am still currently in training this week for my new position at work as a supervisor. And it kind of worked out because then I could train this week and then start my position on Sunday as an official supervisor from then on until August. So I guess it worked out, because if I would have requested off this week, it probably wouldn't have been as fast moving, but I probably would have just finished training on Monday rather than Sunday, which is fine with me. Like, I still get the hours and the pay. So tonight I'm closing, so I'm just getting ready. I didn't actually do anything until I had to work. I did catch up on Jane the Virgin before this. If you guys are watching, let me know. You guys know it's like my favorite show ever. I love Jane the Virgin. So I did just catch up yesterday and today. I watched the episode from last Wednesday last night, and then I watched the current episode from this past Wednesday today. So, like, literally right before I started filming. I just wanted to sit and relax for a little while, because I don't really do that for myself anymore. So yeah, I'm kind of like wondering what lid shade I'm going to use. I think I'm going to go in with this corner shade called, I don't think I've used that in a while. That's actually a good one to use. Honestly, like I've said before, this palette isn't honestly that gold. There's only like 3 golds in here, or like 2 gold shades, which I think is kind of weird. But I do like how there's like different variations on them. There's like gold with green in it, or gold with like brass tones in it, so yeah. Anyway, so I went in with the shade Teak on the crease for the defining shade, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Log on the outer corners, which I usually use on the outer corners for this palette like every time I use it. So yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on. I know the last Get Ready With Me that I posted, I was kind of in a rush to get ready for Harry Potter. But honestly, it was amazing. It was just so good. It was just the most amazing Broadway experience, and I can't believe my mom was so generous to take us for that, because, you know, we're all adults and we all should be able to afford like our own stuff now, but if it wasn't for my mom, we would have never had the opportunity to see it. Because she said that that was going to be the way that we celebrated Mother's Day. So obviously this past weekend was Mother's Day, this past Sunday. And we don't usually ever go out for Mother's Day, because honestly, Mother's Day is like one of the hardest days to like go out and do something, especially like going out to dinner. I'm just going to prime my eyes with my NYX glitter primer on my lids. So, but me and my mom had to work until 7 anyway. We both had to close on Mother's Day. And then I wasn't going to see my boyfriend anyway, because he was doing something with his mom. So I don't think I saw him the Sunday before that and this past Sunday, because this past Sunday was Mother's Day, so obviously he had to go out to dinner with his parents. But I just worked until 7, and then my mom had made dinner earlier, so we just ate that. We had chicken in a pot. She prepared it before she went to work, and then we just ate it when we got home. And then, we just watched Game of Thrones, and that was pretty much it. We had a pretty chill Mother's Day. Nothing too crazy. Alright, yeah, so I am going to take this shade right here called Orium. It's like this really pretty, like, gold shimmer. And I'm going to put that all over my lid, because I don't think I've used that in a while on my lid. Ooh, that's so pretty. I don't remember the last time I used this shade. I probably used it in another Get Ready With Me a little while ago, but I usually always go for the gold shade that's in the center of this palette. And like I said, I was going to use an older palette, but honestly, like, I just want to get use out of, like, more of my newer palettes lately, and, like, really just utilize them. Like, this one I still need to use, like, as much as I can, because it's a pretty expensive palette, so, you know, I don't want it to go to waste. So, that's why I was like, I'm just going to use this today. So, yeah, so that was her gift to us, and we actually got some chocolate for her like I texted my sister like a day or two before that, and I was like, "Do you think we should get something for Mom for Mother's Day?" Because obviously she was taking us to this show, and she was like, "Yeah, probably chocolate is the best." So I wanted to get her a Brighton bracelet from this company called Brighton. They make beautiful jewelry, and she loves their purses and their jewelry and stuff. But we decided to just get her chocolate because it's just easier. And I was trying to like get a feel as to what she would actually want for Mother's Day from the store when we went there like a couple weeks ago. We went to Brighton so I could exchange a pair of sorry, I just like slammed the palette down. I was like, why isn't it closing? So I could exchange a pair of earrings that she got for me for free when she went there. They were doing like this promotion where if you purchase like, I think it was like $75 or more, or I'm not sure if it was any purchase or you had to spend like a certain amount, you would get a free pair of earrings up to less value of your purchase or equal value to your purchase. So I thought that was a really amazing deal. So I figured that she would go and get stuff anyway. I'm just popping on Hear Me Out from ColourPop on my brow bone. What else is new? So she got me a free pair of earrings, but the earrings that she got me I didn't love because they were like hanging earrings. So I decided to get little birthstones of my birthstone, which is Peridot. So I decided to get those instead. I have to bring this with me to work. This is my journal for training, but I'm probably not going to write down too much stuff today because I'm closing with one of the newest managers tonight as well, and she just finished training, so I'm probably not going to write too much stuff down. What did I just drop? Just dropped my Z palette. What am I doing? Also, I was also, can I ever finish a word properly lately? I'm like ICL. I was supposed to talk to my best friend before I went to work today, but she never answered me back after like 11:30, and honestly, all I wanted to do was catch up with Jane anyway, so I was just like, whatever, I'll just call her tonight. This palette is so hard to open sometimes. And this palette does get pretty messy sometimes. But honestly, I only used like 4 shades from this palette because I used a different transition shade. But I think I know what I want to put on the inner corners. It's just that some of these shades in this palette are just way too glittery to put on the inner corners. So anyway, so yeah, that was our Mother's Day. And this week I was just super stressed out with school. I did actually film on Monday, but I haven't filmed since Monday because I had to finish my final paper. And basically I like really worked on the paper on Monday night because Sunday I really didn't get much of anything done. I feel like I was just too distracted with it being Mother's Day and stuff. Even though we really didn't do much and I was working and everything, and I was just like kind of still like out of it, and from like Harry Potter that I didn't really work on my paper. I'm just going to take you guys over here so I can grab my foundation and stuff because, you know, I just like still talking to you guys while I'm grabbing stuff. So I think I'm going to use this foundation today because I did say I wanted to use that. And I think for concealer, I haven't used this in a little while, so I'm going to use it today. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty concealer. I actually haven't used it in a few days. Oh, this primer is pretty low too. Dang. Okay, so I'm going to use these. I think I have my primer spray, hopefully. I always end up leaving my primer spray in the bathroom. Alright, give me a second. I'll go grab it. Alright, so let me prime my face real quick with my NYX primer spray. I know I kind of have a big breakout here. I don't know why it hurts a lot. But I haven't worn makeup since like 3:34 yesterday. Like honestly, it's been like almost 24 hours. Like I didn't start applying my makeup again until 4 p.m. today. Like I didn't put any makeup on before this, obviously. So I don't understand why I'm breaking out again, but it's probably just from abusing my face the past like month or two, like putting makeup on like every day. So I think I might actually take a break from makeup on Tuesday. I might actually just not wear any makeup on Tuesday, but we'll see if that happens. I know I'll definitely take a break from foundation. Definitely not gonna wear foundation then. But anyway, so I got basically the whole paper done on Monday night. And then on Tuesday, I only had to work or train from like 9 to 1. So I had like 3 hours or so to do the presentation. I feel like my nose is a bit runny and I didn't really grab any tissues. But it's okay. It should be fine. So for foundation, we're going to use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick in the shade Y225 just because I'm actually trying to work on using this up this year. And I've been wanting to get more use out of my stick foundations recently, and I have been using them quite a bit. And like I've said before, when I do my foundation in my room, it's just easier to use stick foundation, so... But this is definitely, like, still my favorite stick foundation, for sure. It's just so good. The ColourPop one is really good, too. Like, honestly, I think they're all good. I don't really love the Wet n Wild one, though. Like, I don't know what's up with that one. This one's definitely, like, the fastest drying. Like, you really have to... Okay, I don't know why my sponge is so dry right now. I did just wet it. So I don't know why it ended up being so dry. But I just love the coverage of this one. And I suggested like a couple of like stick foundations to my sister, and but anyway, about Tuesday, let me just go wet this really quick. Hold on, I know I'm all over the place. Alright, I don't know why it's so dry, but it's okay. Pretty much blended out my foundation pretty good. It looks so good. I love this foundation. This is like the only Makeup Forever foundation I still own. I pretty much used up the Ultra HD one, but I never really liked it as much as I like the stick version. I think the stick version had a lot more coverage, or has a lot more coverage. It's a lot more matte, but it's not drying. And it's just very easy to blend for a stick foundation. So yeah, anyway, so I finished the presentation on Tuesday night and I had to present my paper on Wednesday. I was so freaking nervous, but I got through it. But our grades still aren't posted yet. It said for evening classes they were supposed to be posted on Wednesday evening, which was last night, but for some reason they weren't posted yet. I don't really understand why. So I'm hoping they'll be up soon. My sponge is still really dry, and I did wet it again, so I'm just kind of confused as to why it's still so dry. But it has been a while since I washed it. I washed it like last night at like 1 a.m., so it might not be super damp anymore. Like, because usually when I wash it the night before, I put it on like at 9 or 10 in the morning because I've been getting up so early lately. But this is like the first day that I haven't had to get up and do something until like now. So yeah, I was just so tired. I got such good sleep last night. I knocked out so fast. Alright, so for my concealer, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty concealer. I actually haven't used this in a little while, not since I was using it like religiously for a week. I haven't really used it much since then. So I thought this would be a good concealer to go in with. It's just so soft and creamy. So, bad news though about my sister. It's not like too... Don't worry, everybody's fine. There's nothing bad. It just sucks that this is happening. My sister can't make my graduation. I had a feeling that that's what she was trying to reach me about. She did try and call me on Wednesday night, but I was at Josh's house, and I don't normally, like, call or talk to people until after I leave his house. I mean, so, I saw that I had a missed call from her, so I texted her and I was like, hey, what's up? Sorry, I was at Josh's and she never answered back, so I texted her again and I was like, if you're trying to call me, let me know. You can call me now if you want. But she never did. Like, after I got home from his house, it was like 11 o'clock, so maybe she would have went to sleep already. But then I still hadn't gotten a text back from her after I had finished work the next day, because I was working like 9:30 to 2:30. So I wasn't going to text her again until after I was done with work. What the hell is that? I have no idea who that is. So, I texted her when I got back home and I was like, hey, if you were trying to call me whenever. Now I have some free time. I'm home for a bit because I was waiting for Josh to wake up from his nap yesterday after I got home from work. And she called me like about 10 minutes after that. And then she told me that she couldn't make it. And it really sucks, honestly, because, you know, I make all of her events for, like, her shows and her stuff. And this is, like, the first time that this is something for me that's, like, a really big deal. And she can't be there. I mean, it's not like she doesn't have a valid reason that she's not going. She has to go see her boyfriend in Oklahoma. And I'm not talking about the play or the musical Oklahoma. I know, like, that's probably what you would have thought when I first said it, or maybe you actually thought the state, but no, she has to go to the state Oklahoma and see her boyfriend in his Cats tour show. And I was just like, didn't really think about it when I was on the phone with her. Because, you know, I was really, really bummed when she told me, and I was like, I knew that was probably why she was trying to get in touch with me. But I forgot that she saw him literally like 10 days before that, right before we saw Harry Potter in the city with my mom. And I just thought, like, why does she have to go see him again so soon when she literally just saw him in Texas? And I'm just like, what? Like, I was just a little bit bummed. I'm just like, what? You know? So, you know, I was like, so you really couldn't see him any other day? And she was like, no, I'm really, really sorry. Like, after we got off the phone, she does want to make it up to me. She wants me to come to the city, like, the week after that and see her. And we could go get, she said she wants to go get facials and have dinner, but I'm not going to go get a facial if I'm going to be wearing makeup. So I'll probably just tell her we can have dinner together and, like, you know, do fun stuff in the city, because I haven't had a city day like that in such a long time. I mean, I did go to Harry Potter, but I haven't, like, spent time with my sister in the city for, like, a while. I just set my under eyes with my Thrive Cosmetics powder, the usual, and then I'm just going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury. I know this is, like, a pretty bougie get ready with me, but, you know, this is one of my favorite powders, obviously, and I've been using it pretty much religiously ever since I used up the Giorgio Armani one, so I've just been using this one a ton. Okay, that's done. Alright, so let me grab my eyeliner and stuff, because that's pretty much done. Just want to grab my eyeliner and my mascara. Alright, so I'm going to use this older mascara today. I'm going to use a CoverGirl mascara that I haven't used in a little while. So let me do that first. I forgot that I usually set my face after I do this. My face does feel a little bit dry right now, though, and I think it's because of the foundation. Probably should have sprayed something, but it's okay. My foundation's only going to be on for like 5 hours today. So yeah, it does really suck, honestly, that she's not coming. You know, I was pretty bummed when she said it on the phone. So she said that there wasn't any other time that she could see him. So for the inner corners, I'm going to go in with this white crystal shade right here. And this one's called Sparks, which is really, really cute. I'm going to use that. Hopefully it's not too glittery. I probably should have used this as like a topper with like a ColourPop shade in the inner corners rather than just going in with this by itself, but YOLO. So yeah, I'm pretty bummed she's not going. I texted her afterwards and I was like, there was no way you could see him like before this, which I forgot that she had seen him pretty recently. She just saw him last Wednesday and Thursday, or like Tuesday and Wednesday, because she went to Texas like right before we saw Harry Potter. So I was just like, that's a little bit weird that like you just saw him and now you're seeing him again. I mean, yes, she really doesn't get to see him too often because he's on tour and he's been on tour for a long time. But I don't know, it's just like, you know, it's just like really like you literally just saw him. So I wasn't, like I said, I didn't really think about it until, I haven't used this in a while. It should be fine though. But yeah, I forgot I haven't used this in a little while. This is the Katy Cat Eye mascara by CoverGirl, and I really love this mascara. Sorry, sometimes I can't talk and do mascara at the same time. Just gonna have to bear with me for a sec. So yeah, she can't go. So it kind of really bummed me out. Because, you know, she knew how important this was to me, obviously, because it's my freaking graduation, but I kind of just feel like this is kind of like the US Open last year all over again. And this, like, whole thing happened last year with my sister where, like, we were trying to figure out, like, what day we could see the US Open last year because we weren't sure if my dad was going to be covering the US Open any longer. Because my dad's a sports writer for Newsday, and he covers the tennis US Open. He's been at the PGA Tour the past week, covering the PGA Tour because it's been on Long Island again, and it's been the first time it's been on Long Island in like 10 years. So he's been covering that. And I'm just going to take the shade that I put in my crease and the shade I put as my defining shade, and I'm just going to put that on the lower lash line. I actually haven't done this in a few days. I've just like haven't really had the time in the morning because I've been getting ready so early, like at 8 a.m., so I haven't really been bothered to smudge something on the lower lash line. So now I'm doing it today. Honestly, this is like the least essential step for me. Like, I can skip this like any time. Like, everything else I pretty much do all the time. The only things that I can really skip sometimes are like maybe foundation when I have like a really, really light makeup day. Or I'll skip my lower lash line and just put on like a nude liner or like a brown liner if I'm going somewhere. Okay. So yeah, it really does suck. Like I said, I had a feeling that she was going to tell me that, so yeah. It is a bummer. Like, honestly, it is a bummer. So I'm just going to go in with the Maybelline Skinny Liner, like I said. I've been obsessed with this since I started using them again, and I can't stop using them. So I saw my boyfriend the past 3 days, but I'm actually working for the next 4 days. I don't have any days off until Tuesday, and then I'm actually off Tuesday through Thursday, and Thursday's my graduation, but I really need some time off after Monday because I've just been in school and working pretty much this whole week. I did see Josh the past 3 days, so it was nice, but I need to make some money right now, so not that I really see this money for another like 2 weeks, but at least now I'll have like 25 hours a week, 24 hours, 25 hours a week. So that'll be a lot more money in my paycheck. Okay, so I just put on the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash on my lower lashes, Caitlin. I'm like, lower lashes. So now I'm just going to clean up that transfer from that eyeshadow real quick on my crease. Oh, I'm so happy I went in with this lid shade. It is so pretty. It is making just a little bit of transfer. I'm just going to fix that really quick. The heck is that? Why did it blend out like that? What the heck just happened? You know what? Eyeshadow just bothers the hell out of me sometimes. It just never applies the way it's supposed to for me sometimes. It just looks really muddy. I'm going to fix that. Okay, so for bronzer, I have been so hooked on this bronzer. Like, it's really hard for me to use something else. I mean, I have been using a couple of others the past couple weeks, but this has been the main one I've just been obsessed with since I've gotten it. Like, honestly, it's not even that great. Like, I'm not saying it's not great. I'm saying it's not even, like, that special. I just love, like, the light bronze that this gives. So I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Into Sun. I just love it. It's just so easy to use. And I'm like one of those people that is really a big fan of like very subtle bronzing. So I just really love this bronzer. It's just so pretty. It's just so smooth and easy to use. And I just feel like it gives the most like beautiful hint of bronze. And it's just so soft. And I just really like it. I feel like my eyeshadow turned out a bit muddy. I don't know why. I had to like re-blend it again and it just didn't turn out that great. I'm kind of annoyed. But whatever, I can't really fix it. So yeah, so she can't come. So that's basically everything that's been going on lately. I'm actually going to be going out on Sunday night, not anything like too insane, but if you guys didn't know, which I'm pretty sure you do, this Sunday is the last episode of Game of Thrones ever, which is kind of insane. All right, so for blush, I'm going to go in with the Balm Beach. I'm trying to go in with a little bit older blushes lately, but also because I haven't used this in a little while. This is one of my favorite blushes. It's just so pretty. It's just a really pretty, like, nudish shade. So I'm going to go in with that. So yeah, we're going to be going to, like, me and my boyfriend. Well, hopefully he's going. I did ask him to go. So after work, I'm going to be going straight to our friend's house because they're going to be showing the show. And they're going to be, like, making burgers and hot dogs for, like, a barbecue and stuff. So we're going to go to their house and watch the final episode with them. Because we haven't made it to a lot of things that they've invited us to, like his friends. We haven't made it to a lot of stuff that they have invited us to just because I was so busy with school and everything. So, yeah. So for highlights, I'm really torn as to which one I want to use. I've been like pulling this out every day to try and use it at some point. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette, or I'm going to use the Maleficent highlighter from the Disney Villains collection. Disney Villains collection. I literally sound like a drunk person all the time, but I kind of want to use this. Just because I've been whipping it out almost every day, like, to try and use it. So I'm just going to mix the first two shades. And also to stick with the really bougie theme, since I haven't used, like, really anything else that's drugstore besides, like, my eyeliner. But I want to, like, go in with that first, and then I might, like, go over it with the Maleficent one, just to add a little bit more intensity. Because obviously this is so pretty by itself, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm just mixing together the white and the gold. I really like this Dior palette because it's like a really beautiful like sheen, but you can also really build it up to be like very intense. And it's just so gorgeous. I forgot to grab my setting spray. And it's just like so beautiful on the skin. Oh my god. That is so pretty. All right, let me spray my face first, and then we'll see if I want to go in with a little bit more. So let me just grab my setting spray. I know I keep on walking away from my computer, but yeah, just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. I didn't decide on what lip liner I want to use, though. I might just use this one. Yeah, we can just use this one. So I'm just gonna spray my face with my Flower Beauty spray. This one you can go like crazy with. I'm not like one of those people that like sprays like a shit ton of setting spray, but this one dries so quickly that you don't have to worry about it like transferring anything. You can just spray it like a lot and it dries relatively quickly, that like it doesn't really spread too much product around if you want to like reapply anything. So that's why if you like go crazy with it, it's not gonna like do too much to your makeup. But I've just been using a lot of like new highlighters lately, and then I wanted to go back and use some older ones. Or like relatively newer ones to my collection. So that's why I wanted to use the Dior. And also, like I said, I just wanted to feel super bougie today. I just want to have a sip of water. Of course, I filled this up for a third time today, and I didn't really get through this third glass of water, but it's okay. I do drink a crap ton of water, so. All right, I'm just going to re-highlight really quick. I think this is so pretty by itself, though. Sorry, I'm talking like a dumbass. It's just so beautiful. I don't know if we really need the Maleficent highlighter. Look how pretty that is. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I've just been very into like one highlighter right now. I haven't been mixing them too often. Alright, so for the lips, I'm going to use the Lime Crime Velveteen Lip Liner in Angel, one of my go-tos. This might be a little dark for the lipstick I'm using, but whatever. It might be hella dark, but yeah. I would have liked to get this up at on the same day that I'm filming it, but I mean, I probably will, but not until like tonight, because I filmed it obviously pretty late. Alright, and then for lipstick, I'm going to go in with the Tom Ford, I haven't used this in a little while, lip color in the shade Blush Nude. And it's just a really pretty, like, nude, like, blushy nude kind of shade. It's so pretty. I actually love this lipstick. Like, it took me a little while to actually love it, and I love it. And it's like I gotta use my Boujee lipsticks at some point. I did a pretty bougie get ready with me, like, with most of these products another time, but hey, whatever. I hope I didn't do the same eye look. Alright, so I have to get my ass in gear and get to work. So I'm just gonna show you guys the finished look after work, so I'll talk to you later. Alright, you guys, so I am back home from work. I just wanted to show you guys the final look. Sorry that I had to run earlier and not show you earlier, but I had to fill my water bottle and put my food in my Tupperware thing before I had to go to work. So I have to have food at work for dinner because obviously I eat dinner there. So I just wanted to tell you guys that I did add a little bit of the Maleficent highlighter after I put on the Dior one, and it just adds so much intensity. Like, every time I add it to a highlighter, it's just like so much more intense, and it just adds like this beautiful, like, you barely need any of it, and it adds like such a beautiful like intensity to the highlighter. So I just love this. So I did wear these two together, the Dior and the Maleficent. It's so beautiful. So here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. Originally I was gonna wear the white shirt that I'm wearing in the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette eyeshadow palette review, which should be up after this video, but I am posting this video before that goes up. But I did film that like 3 weeks ago, and I wanted to wear that shirt tonight. But it was such a dead night, and like I would have worn something really simple anyway, so I just wore this white button down, like really easy white shirt to Lucky. This is like one of my favorite shirts for the summertime from them, so I just wore this shirt, and it was such a dead night, so I'm glad I wore something pretty simple. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. Bye!